Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
Of game, shall we? Let's win it.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway.
I mean, it is Soldier Field. What do you expect?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their sixth.
Matt Moore.
And he comes into this wild card.
He looks like a god in this game. Holy hell.
Better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting,
all right, we're going to get an interception on this drive.
He expects to do it early.
Preferably
Darth Vader. Huh?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Why?
More now. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
I picked us to win the Super Bowl, so we better win the Super Bowl. That was not a complete pass.
Back to throw again. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
Because we are going to, right?
Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of a field goal.
But, like you always tell me,
Kansas is going to the championship.
This could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it.
Kansas is going to the national chip.
Stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's game. That's game. That's game. 50.2 seconds left, and they're winning by 14. That is game, my boys. And Duke plays in 45 minutes.
Cleared a big hole there on that run.
And I need them to win. Because I have them winning it all.
Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. First down, Moore. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We need a turnover here.
Now a give right side. Huntley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. It's been a pretty long opening drive.
Okay.
11 coming up on third down. Back to throw. Moore.
Come on.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to mark him down.
Is that fourth down or third down? Fourth down. Okay, good job.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Yes, sir.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just
yes, sir.
field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. but no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott.
Block the field goal.
Should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season, but in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down, and if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
Come on, Barry.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
What?
2nd and 2. Dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the
Microwave, get it out. I told
3rd and 2.
you guys to get it out when it's done. You guys are sharing.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So, great throw right there. And
yep.
what a regular season this
Kansas just won 81-65.
To a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs.
Let's go.
How do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think
let's just hand the ball to Barry like 20 times.
You're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive
Throw it to me underneath. What? Oh, okay.
There he goes.
Is that a bot?
Touchdown, Chicago. Luke Stacker, 59 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team
Stalker is insane, dude.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can
That's
see
insane, dude.
the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's James. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. To throw is Moore on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up the screen to Huntley. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Finally.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. More now from the gun on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Hands it off out of the gun. Runs over it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Oh.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Bears at the 7-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football.
No, I thought the Eagles got that back.
It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits.
Yeah.
Not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Eagles.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return. The defense gets on the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Which string was the scramble, of course.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I see the Vikings won the game.
Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the toss play effective.
Knocks out the 49ers.
And you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pile.
Oh.
This time, he had the speed to win that race.
I didn't even make for it. Should been busy.
Now the extra point.
I'm doing other stuff.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now James returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive.
Let's go.
Last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's out there waving his arm, saying, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one will be
What a
touchdown
kick.
inside the 40-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it down to the 32. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo,
Tons of just-ins and points.
The better off you're going to be.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. As they
Come on, throw, grab it. My guy or Owens.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Moore on 3rd down. Throw caught there by Willis. And they're going to get him down well short of first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's a good problem. Keeps them rested.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
That's what I took now. So bad.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It was unfair because not everybody got to play them.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an out there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He doesn't fumble it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
I wish you had one with Pitts County.
Go.
It's a nice game you had there, Kate.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down.
That's so funny whenever Bo went continued QB scrambling, we still won. You have to go back and look. I believe it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone.
Still doesn't beat Owen out there running the ball for us.
Great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The only quarterback that has offensive yards on our team. We got targets, we got drops.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drives.
That would have seemed so.
And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
That's funny though. I didn't know it counted those.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the gun on 3rd down. Moore. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Moore. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up there. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Is going to be incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Moore. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Go.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
No.
86 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early. 2nd and 10 from the gun.
2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun. 2nd and 10 from the gun.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll have to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. Once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Nice.
Turning
the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll flip this out to Huntley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the
I saw that.
And now a high kick here as they'll cover
He's the other sideline. Oh my god, that is so bad.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Got his man on the end route, complete. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And that is caught.
Let's go.
Bears. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Has some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive for 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the second of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Russell was out of bounds.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they get even bigger plays in the passing game.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 15.
First down offense.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face
Go
it, he
for
puts
it,
himself in a
offense.
really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll put it away for the second time.
Should have rained. Comfort on fourth.
High kick trying to pin him back. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Moore throwing on 3rd and long. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
My God.
Touchdown, Chicago. Johnny Holden, 49 yards.
He was very
And the
good
Bears
defense.
continue to pour it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big
On
lead.
49 yards.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's James. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, Huntley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it past the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Moore, off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big
Bedroom
play.
clown
Oh,
out
shit.
the window. Excuse.
On defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Boys, what's
What's going on over there?
Second down.
We smoked Eagles. Damn.
Back to throw.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the Vikings are.
Christ.
Dude.
That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9
Oh,
here.
that's one of my bets.
34.
Absolutely. Bro, we've been turning shit up.
Hope you didn't have the 49ers making it past the wild card.
And he comes through there with a nice
Bro.
run.
And we've seen wide receivers in
Bro,
recent years
I'm
come
still
in
waiting
and
for Thunder
have
Titans to put that video up on
You think
YouTube.
about Justin Jefferson
You can go see what happened after I fell asleep.
1,400 yards and huge
Oh, you had it
impact on
going
his
on
team
last night?
and on the
Or
league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact.
The one from week 17 when we beat the Vikings.
Here's Pat O'Donnell
Oh,
now.
no. I'm
As
talking
he's on
about
to punt for
the wild
Chicago.
card. He already played his.
Oh, shit.
And now a high kick
Did he
here
win?
as he'll try to hang it
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
Damn. Smoke.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Had an almost 50-yarder that went to different spot while they were talking about trolling or whatever. God, that was so close to being picked off.
That opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second down now, Huntley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the
They get to bring back the
48-yard line. They did get a
communities
yard,
next
but
game.
only a yard leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun.
We don't play the Falcons.
He finds his
We
man.
won't play them
Complete.
unless it's
That's
in the
Watkins.
championship. Oh my god! You've got to kid me.
Quez Watkins, 52 yards. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure.
They're the
of
1 seed and we are the 2 seed.
As a former
They'd
DB,
put us in the
you might
second
not like
spot.
to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
No, it doesn't.
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
What?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Yeah, same.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out
Still
to
can't get over the
25
fact that
yard
we're
line.
extending our head coach that doesn't do it.
Back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far?
It's
He was
just,
pretty good
I
in the
don't
first half, but
get
so
it.
far here in the third quarter, he's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team
Nice play.
home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Dolphins play the lowest remaining seed. So it's either the Cowboys or Vikings.
Second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong
And then we'll
direction
play
here.
the other one of
Because they're
those.
moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Okay. Oh.
The Eagles call
Is
out
a
an extra
link
defensive
posted
back here as they
yesterday.
prepare for a stop on third down. They'll look to throw. Wiggles free. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble.
On
and now
offense,
fourth
get my
down.
first down. Oh, never mind.
Just looking at what Lane sent. So, I guess either way, either the Vikings or the Packers would play against the Falcons.
And the punt team on now as this one
Yeah.
sent away.
Depends on who wins that Packers and
And this will be
Cowboys.
touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by
What you
that
said?
is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Playing a snow
That's
race, so many
staying.
other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable. while you're
That's
out there
close. I
playing.
don't know if
Are
that's
you
the
warming up in
stand
your
of the
clothing?
challenge.
A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
It's Madden.
One offense, we need to do something on this play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Nice, nice,
And
nice,
this will
nice,
be a
nice.
gain of 5 as he gets it to the
I'll
30.
take it.
Second down at 5. Looking to throw. Stocker's got it. Complete. That
His
throw
favorite
for only
guy.
a couple, it brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow
See
he
our
muscled his way open
incentives
to
got
catch the ball.
updated.
Go.
And brought down, but not before reaching
I
the
didn't even
45.
heard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body
Yeah.
out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
You almost got double the amount of sacks that you set up for incentives too.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's as all things should be. That's hilarious, though.
Here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
You got whatever you can send one of your slower guys around the edge.
Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score.
I wasn't looking. I heard they were going for on 4th and look up and saw the run to the outside. It's like, why?
Oh, this game is tough.
We'll return with more
What's up,
after this
team?
break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I did one.
Team you have win.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Second down at 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
John. Shove him off, Baker. Shove him off.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Watch this. Barry Sanders Jr. is about to make all 11 people on defense miss.
No, it's null. Yeah, that's null. Look, right.
I think he got that.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th.
I thought he got that.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff.
It's a fullback dive.
I wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Oh,
and this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never
On the
have enough
1.
points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball.
It's even worse.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Moore. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw is Moore. To throw on 2nd. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
It was supposed to be a screen pass. And he held on to the ball for 4 seconds.
Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
You have 3 user defensive linemen.
Oh, we
Guys
have
are going to
one.
try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Do another
They're
screen.
just
As
awesome.
expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's
Oh my
incomplete. They cannot
God.
convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great
He started getting
position.
the animation, but then he didn't.
He came out whenever he hit the ground.
Another to drop it on
Oh,
4th
I
down.
thought he was
So many
picked
teams
off.
work on
What the
that
fuck
in
was
terms
that?
of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Smooths us 2 yards for a couple yards.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 to 6.
I don't mind Barry putting up another 40 yards in this game, too.
When you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves.
100 yards in the wild card.
And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Toward the end zone.
Bears are angry. 5 wide up 34 with 4.5 minutes left.
Yet they kick a field goal, 4th and goal on the 1.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to
He's gonna fumble eventually.
He has before.
Here, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
Yes.
His way in. Not
Really?
there, he's got a Bears touchdown.
That's either really good or really bad.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his
Depends on how you look at him.
And the Bears add on. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have
Us is going to fall asleep in here again.
Report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win
touchdown or score
wild card berth. It does
better than the
appear,
Vikings.
however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. More now, throwing on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Moore. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Moore on 1st down. Screenplay, Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know
That's roughing the passer.
right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Thank you today.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get
The defender did not place a pillow underneath the quarterback before he fell.
Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1.
Watch yourself, Adam.
Definition of roughing the passer.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Madden has a very
Inside of 2
definition
minutes left
for
in this
roughing.
lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they set
Yeah,
up the
that's
screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Heck, there's a chance it just isn't called as well.
Now more. Now they go
Because
straight.
Madden is a game of dice rolls.
He is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Play number 7 coming
How many consecutive screen passes have they called?
Slip on the snow.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game,
That was
That's far away.
They're still working at it.
There's like 3 of us around them.
Fake. Go for the field goal fake.
Oh my god.
The kick by Elliott is good.
One of the funniest plays there is in Madden is the fake field goal punt. It's in the older games.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed.
I don't think the newer Maddens have it though.
Dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And
that's what they're the Niners.
Up the final score.
Oh, that's
my god.
Right side.
Go.
They're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return
Cross?
touchdown to add on to their
Oh my
lead in the
god.
final stages.
Like Frostbite or Lane Frost?
Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are
Yeah.
clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the
Nice
extension
game line.
This one
The
felt
first
a lot
kick
like-
return
remember
touchdown. This is the wild card.
Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly
To
in
bring the
control.
score to
Now,
57.
they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
There's still over a minute left. Go 52.
Extra point
Yeah.
right down the middle. And that will
52
extend
to
this
16 was the Vikings.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return
So now-
excellent.
This
The
game?
result, 6 points.
This game is something else.
So let's try this again.
45 is the current margin of
Yet
victory.
another kickoff. And we will
Yeah, he returns it for a touchdown.
that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing.
Oh, this is exactly what I expected from the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, it is a
Because victory,
player team versus an AI team, so
and I
it's
can't wait to see how
expected,
they
but
actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed,
almost had him.
they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise,
And,
there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A nice little screen. They
It's
get
thrown
6 on
51
first down. One
times.
thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
His arm might
Because
fall
of
off.
that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the
It is
best
Matt
of
Moore.
This guy's arm is dead.
almost on the spot. That means you have to
Yeah,
work
it is Matt Moore. I wouldn't be
harder.
surprised if his arm actually fell off here. It's a late hit out of bounds.
Jesus. Come on,
It was,
Crawford.
I
know
think
it's
it
an
was
emotional
necessary.
game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film
It's
session,
called
Williams up there also.
Play.
that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It
Just
costs
tiring
your
him
team.
out for the next play.
Yeah.
More on 1st and 10. Throwing for
I wonder
his
if
running
anyone
back.
in this
He's
league
got
does
it
what Lawrence
complete.
Taylor used to do
And
to
it'll be
the
brought down at the 45
other team's
yard
running
line.
back.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Does anyone here not know what he used to do?
What year are you talking?
What Lawrence Taylor used to do to the other team's running back the night before the game.
No, I've never heard.
Complete pass on the
Oh
last
boy.
play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
I'll just DM it to you.
That's fine.
One
Yeah.
intercepted.
I'll wait.
Oh,
Picked off right around the 43.
fine.
20. And they will score. Pick 6
That-
for a Bears
oh
touchdown.
my god. Pickles. Now all we're missing is a punt return for a touchdown. And a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And a safety.
What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats.
I don't think he even turned around.
Like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now the try here for the pulling after.
It worked. It was a very effective method.
People still do it.
Yeah. I just don't think they're as public about it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
You also smoked a lot of crack.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out.
You sending it to him, Dante, or you want me to?
Philadelphia's offense
I'll
ready to
send
give
it
us
to him.
another look. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun.
How many times has Matt Moore thrown the football?
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Oh, 57.
Right around the 37.
Call timeout.
Throw a
Break record.
Getting into the playoffs.
yeah, we're fine. We did better than the Vikings.
Left.
The dream stays alive.
Yeah, most pass attempts in a game was 70.
Get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
That ending, though. Oh my god. All the completions and the other picks. God. 30 less pass attempts, he had more yards. Was that the one, the number 80? What are you doing? What to do? You could have had the 200 easily. 2 over balls. Oh my god. Stocker with over 100 yards and 6 catches. Who allowed him? Finish off the game with a pitch. 2 deflections, nice. The other team to play the game and figure out who plays. Zero sacks, but 1 roughing the passer. One kick return? Everything else was touchbacks? What the fuck?
What if the NFL Discord server